Hey, what's up, everybody? Once again, my name is DJ. Doing what I do, sitting back here on a Monday. Chilling. And so this week, of course, I'm stemming off of a video that I made. I don't know, last week before that. I don't know what makes so many videos. But in that video, I was talking. I think something came up about rank and curriculum and stuff like that. And it made me make this video and this video topic. And this is a topic that comes up here at CDK a lot, and I'm sure it comes up at other schools as well. Whether it's Krav Maga, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, whatever. But I'm only going to speak from a Krav Maga perspective. Well, I can actually speak on Taekwondo as well. I can speak on those two. I really can't speak on, other perspective, but I can speak on those two. And the topic is, should you hold your current rank when you go to another school? Should you so in other words, let's say if you are level 3, Krav Maga practitioner, or you are blue belt Krav Maga practitioner, or you are purple belt Taekwondo practitioner, should and you go to another school, should you hold that rank when you go to that other school? All right, so it depends. It really does. It depends on a couple of different things. For the most part, I would say you shouldn't. You shouldn't plan on holding your rank. You shouldn't plan on holding your rank. First of all, ranks are. It's important that you know your rank. It's important that you have a ranking system, but it's important for the particular school that you're training at. And we can talk about even getting bigger, like as far as organizations and stuff like that. But let's just keep it confound into one school. Why rank is important at that one particular school. Okay. So here's why rank is important. It's important, number one, because if you have a curriculum, which you should have a curriculum. I think I put that on a video before, but if not, let me write it down. I'm always coming up with new videos, about schools, having a curriculum. I had to check to see if I made a video on that. But it's important to know at your particular school, where you are in the curriculum. For example, if you throwing, if your school has, front kicks, side kicks, round kicks, spin kicks, wheel kicks, whatever. At what rank do you learn those kicks? Well, let's say if you if you got to be a purple belt, but before you start doing spin kicks, then you're not going to come into a school and just start off as a purple belt. Your first day at a school, you're not going to be doing spin kicks, okay? Your first day at a Krav Maga school, you're not going to be doing, stick defenses or gun defenses or knife defenses. Not your first day. This is a workshop or something like that. Not your or a special class. Not your first day. You have to start. You got to learn to crawl before you can walk. So it's important at a particular school that you know the curriculum. Now, here's the thing. If you go to another school, the curriculum may not be the same and probably won't be the same unless it's like an organization or something like that. Here's an example. You may go to one school and they're working on bear hugs in level 1. You go to another school and bear hugs not even in level 1. Bear hugs, like for example, I at my school, I'm on the Krav Maga Worldwide. Bear hugs is not in level 1. Okay, so let's say you got to level you right at the end of level one, you passed, you go on to level two, and you go to a whole nother school and say, hey, I'm level two, and they say, okay, cool, and then they start doing chokes, and you're like, well, I don't know how to do chokes, and they, well, I thought you were level two. They said, well, my school, we didn't do chokes at level two. We did bear hugs in level two. Well, you got to start all over at level one. Okay, because the curriculum is different. Okay, so when you first come into a school, you got to find out what their curriculum is. Okay, and you may not do things the way they do things. Okay, maybe they did bear hugs escapes different than your school did bear hug escapes. Doesn't mean that your school was not effective. It just means that it's different. So if you go to another school, the curriculum is different. You got to start all over. I'm gonna give you an example. I got a good friend of mine, Shannon. Shannon, recently, he used to be a part of my organization. We have Krav Maga Worldwide, but he decided that he wanted to, branch out and do his own thing. He's out in Vegas, and he's created a new curriculum for his school. I hope I'm not, well, everybody know now anyway. So he created a new curriculum for his school. Now, he told me a little bit about what his curriculum is and stuff like that. I'm a second degree black belt in Krav Maga. Okay. Now, if I went to his school, because, we've been training together and stuff like that, I'm sure I would be able to take, any of the classes, but I wouldn't. I would take his level one classes, and then because I don't know his level one stuff. The stuff that he teaches in level one is stuff that maybe I have never done before. So even at my rank, if I went to his school, I would do his level one and be a learning student because I don't know that curriculum. Okay. I'm sure that he's, it's good stuff there, but I don't know that curriculum. So I would have to start over at the beginning, so if I was, went to his school and, and I wanted to be a member of that school, I would have to start over from the beginning. Okay. So that's one reason why, your rank wouldn't matter if you went to another school. The curriculum is different. Okay. That's understandable. Okay, here goes. I'm gonna give you three. Now the number two and number three, you ain't gonna like. All right, I'm just letting you know off the break. All right, people can understand number one, but number two and the three, they don't like that. But hey, you need to know what you need to know. So I'm gonna get right down to it. This is just for Krav Maga. I ain't talking about nothing else but Krav Maga. So if you ain't in the Krav Maga, you can go ahead and cut the video off now because we talking about Krav Maga. From here on out, okay? All right. Well, the number three is not just with Krav Maga. Matter of fact, let's back up. I'm gonna do number three. I'm gonna do number three first. So that way, my Taekwondo folks and some other arts, y'all can stay tuned in, okay? So let's go. Let's jump to let's make the number three reason number two reason. Still ain't gonna like it, okay? So here it is. All right. Your school pushed you through the ranks prematurely, okay? In other words, you weren't ready to go to the next rank, okay? You wasn't, if you was doing jiu-jitsu, you were white belt, and they gave you your blue belt, but you really shouldn't have a blue belt. Or you're a blue belt, and they made you a purple belt, but you really shouldn't have a purple belt. If you in Krav Maga, you was level one yellow belt, and they made you a yellow two, a level two, orange belt, but you really wasn't ready. The reason why they pushed you through is because they felt sorry for you. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real on this channel. All right. They felt sorry for you, or, and this is the bigger one. This is the most common one. They knew that they didn't give you a higher rank. You was going to quit. And if you quit, you was not going to be paying the tuition, so they was going to lose a student. So they pushed you through. And now here you are. You a purple belt or you a blue belt, and you got your rankings, and then you go to another school. And you look at the curriculum, And the curriculum is, let's say if it's another worldwide school, your curriculum is the same curriculum as the school you just left. And you're like, I'm good. And then you go into their classes and find out you ain't good. You not good. And you find out, man, wait a minute, something's wrong here. It's because the school pushed you through and you wasn't ready. Now, you're not going to want to hear that. You're not going to want to hear that. You're going to get to the other school, they're going to be doing some stuff, and you're going to swear for God that the new school that you go to is just not doing stuff right. But it's not that. You got pushed through. So, look, it is what it is. Sometimes it happens, and you really won't know until you get to another school when they really doing this stuff, and then you find out. All right, cool. So now I'm going to go to the next one, and this is just for my Krav Maga folks. So if you ain't a Krav Maga person, you can tune out. All right, here goes the next one. I gave you 3. The first one is a different curriculum. We understand that. The second one, they pushed you through prematurely. Okay, now here goes the third one, and this is good. This is big. I get this all the time. I get it all the time. It's for Krav Maga. Your school is not a real Krav Maga school. They not doing real Krav Maga. It ain't real Krav Maga. So you thought, and you don't know because you just went to a school and it said Krav Maga and you started taking the lessons. So you think you learning Krav Maga. And then you go to a real Krav Maga school and you find out, oh shit, something ain't right. Now, the first thing you say is, well, this school must not be doing Krav Maga because I know the last school I went to was doing Krav Maga because I trained there for a couple of years. So I know they were doing Krav Maga. Nope, they just wasn't doing Krav Maga. Now, let me back up. That doesn't mean that the stuff that they taught you is not good stuff. That doesn't mean it's not good self-defense, and that doesn't mean the stuff that you learn won't work. It just means that it's not authentic Krav Maga. It doesn't have a lineage back to Emi, okay? If it doesn't have a lineage back to Emi, it's probably not, I ain't gonna say legitimate, it's not authentic Krav Maga, all right? So you thought you were learning, some people come to my school all the time and they be like, yeah, I'm a blue belt and brown belt from this organization or this school. I said, all right, cool. Well, I've learned now they always, if you come to my school from another organization, if you're watching this video and you plan on coming to CDK and you're coming from another organization, and I say organization, not school, because, I do, at Worldwide, if you come from another worldwide school, then your rank carries on. It just, how we do it at Worldwide. But if you come from another organization, you're starting from level 1. I don't care if you're a 5th degree black belt. You come from another organization, you starting from level 1. Now, as I watched you, and you, you may go through the ranks faster, but because I used to say, well, let me look at you and see where you at. But see, when I do that and they not up to par, or they not doing real Krav Maga, and I tell them, well, that's not really, how we do things, they get offended. They get offended and they say, oh, well, they tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, Now, let me tell you what I did. I did this on purpose a couple of years ago, okay? I went to Israel. I trained in Tel Aviv, okay? I did a little bit of stuff in Jerusalem too, okay? I'm gonna go back actually, and and next year, the year after that, okay? I trained directly under some of the Krav Maga former commanders or current commanders, okay? The reason why I went to Israel, number one, I wanted the experience, okay? But the second reason, or the biggest reason, not the first reason, the second reason I wanted to experience, is because I wanted to make sure that the Krav Maga I was doing was the same Krav Maga they were doing. I wanted to make sure that, because at the end, look, I train, at the end, you just like you only know what your instructor told you, okay? You don't know, right? They say, well, it's Krav Maga. You take your instructor's word for it. Okay, that's just like, that's what it is. Okay, now if you're a fighter, I'm a fighter. So I've been I'm a fighter, so I know what will work and what won't work. So when you show me something, I go, okay, yeah, that'll work. Or I go, nah, that won't work. Because I'm a fighter. But is it authentic Krav Maga? Or is it not? So I went to go see for myself. If I'm gonna have my own school, my own Krav Maga school, and teaching what I'm saying is Krav Maga, I wanted to make sure my shit was legit. Went out to Israel, went to train, and you know what? Same shit they doing, same shit I'm doing, right? And I felt good. I said, okay, yeah, boom, I'm good. I watched all their levels. I even watched the tests. Right? Same gun takeaways they doing, same gun takeaways I'm doing. Same knife defenses they doing, same knife, stick, choke, all that, the exact same. So that's why I know that I'm teaching authentic Krav Maga, because I've seen it firsthand. Okay, so I know that. So people said, nah, man, you don't know that. They ain't teaching that at my school. I said, well, I'm sorry, they just wasn't teaching, authentic, Krav Maga. I don't even bother saying that no more. I just tell them you gotta start at level 1. And if you don't like it, then you just won't be a member of my school. All right. So those are the three. Those are 3 reasons I don't think you should. When you go somewhere too, man, look, I have put things in my level 1. I teach my level 1 student things that is not in other schools, other worldwide schools, or maybe I teach it in a way that other worldwide schools don't teach it. If I go to another school, then they may have another way of teaching level 1 techniques, level 2 techniques. They may have added their little, spice to it, or knowledge or whatever. Instructors that come from different backgrounds can add things and change things and make things work and stuff like that. Bruce Lee said, learn what you can, discard what you can, and adapt what's uniquely your own. If you go to another school and you so big-headed that you think that you can't learn nothing in the lower levels, then you definitely belong in the lower levels. Okay, because it's always something to learn. I say that all the time. I put a video out about that years ago. I'm gonna put that back out in the middle of the week. It's always something more that you can learn. Don't ever think that that you're so good where it's nothing else that you can learn. It's always something else that you can learn. All right. So that's the 3 reasons, man. You got, your school, the new school you're going to got a different curriculum. They may have pushed you through the ranks early, or it's not authentic Krav Maga. I even have former students of mine. They call me all the time. Yeah, I want to go to this school. I want to go, but I ain't trying to start all over. And I tell them the same 3 things. Well, I don't tell them about pushing you through, because I make sure that they're ready before they go to another level. But I tell them that, look, you don't know their curriculum, so it's always you can learn stuff. And although you're doing authentic Krav Maga, you can still learn stuff from a level 1 class and level 2 class. So don't be so proud. You know what? This is what you should do. This is what I do, and this is what you should do. I'm about to go on a tour, a personal tour where I'm gonna be touring different Krav Maga schools across the country. Some of them gonna know who I am when I walk in the door, but some of them are not, right? And when they ask me, if they don't know me, they're gonna say, hey man, have you done any Krav Maga before? I'm gonna say, yeah, I did a little something, here and there, whatever, but I just wanna, take your, your beginner classes or whatever. It's better. I would rather go to a school, right? Take their beginner classes, their earlier classes, right? And they look at me and go, man, you know what? It's like you've done this before. You want to take one of our advanced classes? You want to do that? I'd rather do that, let them look at me and tell me they want me to take one of their advanced classes, than to go into a school and say, yeah, I'm a upper belt or brown belt, 2nd degree black belt. Take their classes and they go, that ain't really. I want them to put me in the class. I don't want to put myself in the class. So don't go to other schools, talking about your rank because you don't want to go backwards. There's always something new to learn. All right. But, hey, do what you want to do. However you're going to do, you just do it to your best ability. All right? So that's all for tonight. That's all for today. All right? Peace. I'm out. Oh, like, comment, subscribe, because I got more. All right? Press that like button. Send me comments. Subscribe to the channel. All right? Peace. I'm out.